On the 6th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 6 geese a laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Hi and welcome to Postcard number 80.
Good to have you with us.
Now Billy, we're in the kitchen today.
Yes, back to Billy's kitchen.
What you making?
Billy's Buster Yule Time Log.
Sounds tasty. So we'll go and see if it turned out okay.
Let's have a look. Hi everybody and welcome to Billy's Kitchen. It's Billy's Christmas kitchen. Now, before we start, I'd like to mention this week's star baker. It's Fraser for making scones. Well done, Fraser. Now, today we're going to make Billy's Buster Yuletime Log. You might be thinking, what's that? Well, if you remember back to Billy's Lockdown Buster, we're going to take the ideas of that and we're going to stick them in a Yuletime log. Sounds good. Sounds chocolatey. Here's the ingredients that you'll need. You're going to need 3 ounces of caster sugar. Okay, you're going to need 2 eggs. You're going to need 2 ounces of self-raising flour mixed with 1 ounce of cocoa. There's the chocolate getting in there already. And we're going to use the star implement today, the Kenwood Chef that used to be my mum's. Well, hey, here we go. Here's the Kenwood Chef over there. Jane, show off the Kenwood Chef. That's it. Now, get the oven on right away. The oven's got to be set at, Jane? 200 centigrade. And get the oven on and get it preheated. Here we go, we're starting. Right, now I'm over at the Kenwood Chef. Everything's going to go in the bowl. This is great, this thing. Now, what do we do first, Jane?
Crack the eggs into the bowl, Billy. 2 eggs.
2 eggs into the bowl. Now, I'm on a short leash today because I'm on the short wire. So you'll have to bear with me. 2 eggs cracked into the bowl. Straight into the bowl, Jane?
Yeah, straight into the Kenwood Chef.
Oh, now this is going to be a bit tricky. Will I use this bowl instead? No.
No.
Okay.
Mix it into Kenwood.
Okay, we're going to put it straight into the Kenwood Chef. I'll use this bowl for the shells. I found the button at the back. Oh, this is round the wrong way. Here we go. Thick and creamy is what we're going for.
A nice outfit you've got on today.
Thank you very much. Is that thick and creamy, Jane?
No, it's meant to be pale in colour.
Pale in colour. Now, we never knew that bit. Thick and creamy, pale in colour. That's it, pale and thick and creamy. Well, it's pale and it's bubbly, so I think that'll do. I'm going to take it off the stand. It's not exactly thick and creamy, Jane.
Well, I'll have to do.
Will I do it more?
You could try it and see.
Okay. We're ready with the mixture here. This is the sugar and egg mixture. We're taking it out of the Kenwood Chef. Try not to leave too much of a mess. We're taking it over to the working area now. I'm going to move Jane's apple crumble. And here's the working area. What I'm going to do now is fold in the flour and the cocoa. Now, Jane says I have to fold this in, not mix it in. And she's told me I've got to use a metal spoon. Now, there's a reason for that, Jane. What is the reason?
Oh, a bit at a time, Billy.
A bit at a time.
We don't want to take all the air out the sponge, so you're doing it gently. That's it. We don't want any lumps of flour, so do it carefully. Looking good. Want a nice light sponge belly.
Now, you might be worried because Jane said we don't want any lumps of flour. You might be thinking, well, I can see that we're going to get some lumps of flour. We'll try our best not to get lumps of flour.
Doing it nice and gently, Billy. Knock all the air out of the egg mixture. How's it doing, Billy?
I think that's it, Jane.
That's good.
Okay, now the mixture we're going to pour into a greased cake tin.
Swiss roll
It's
tin.
a Swiss roll tin and it's got grease-proof paper on the bottom. Now I'm just going to pour this right on.
Need to use your handy tool, the spatula.
Yeah, we could get the spatula just in a minute, but I'm going to pour this bit out just now, Jane. I've got the spatula close at hand. Oh, there's a lot of things here.
Don't smash it. Your mother's had it years, Billy. We want it to last a long time yet.
Right, I'm making a mess here. It's on my fingers. I see it on my fingers, but not on my toes. That's the mixture in the baking tray, and now we're going to put it in the oven. Now be careful when you're putting it in the oven because you've had the oven on and you don't want to spill the mixture either.
Yeah, be careful about putting it in.
Is it at the top, Jane?
In the middle.
In the middle, and it's going in for not very long.
How long, Billy?
It should be going in for about 8 minutes. Am I right, Jane?
That's right.
8 minutes in the oven, so that's not long at all, so keep your eye open. Okay, now we get to the icing for the Yule log, the Buster Yule log, and there's 2 ounces of butter.
4 ounces.
Sorry, 4 ounces of butter, 4 ounces, no,
8 ounces of icing sugar.
8 ounces of icing sugar.
And you're going to sieve it, Billy.
Oh, I'm going to sieve it, but there's cocoa in here as well. How much cocoa, Jane, is it?
We've got 4 teaspoonfuls of cocoa powder.
4 teaspoonfuls of cocoa in with the 8 ounces of icing sugar. And according to Jane, I've got to sieve it into the butter.
But first, soften the butter first, Billy.
Of course, first, soften the butter. And a handy tip for that is use soft butter.
It's been lying out for a while, so it shouldn't be too hard, Billy.
Now I'm going to sieve in the cocoa and the icing sugar. Try not to get any on the table like I've just done, try to keep it in the bowl. Okay, we're going to also add a teaspoonful of vanilla essence. There we go, a teaspoonful. Now Jane tells me this is going to get creamy, but we'll see.
Yep, how's it going, Billy?
Well, it's just about there, I would say. There's the butter icing.
It's looking good.
Yep,
Right, Billy, you want to take out the oven?
yep, it's coming out the oven. Now it said that you hadn't to overdo it, and that looks like it's not overdone.
Right.
Okay.
What it says is you've got to roll that up with greaseproof paper, Billy.
Now roll it up with greaseproof paper. Now that sounds very tricky to me. It sounds like we'll have to take it out.
I need to tip it out on cooling tray, Billy.
Yep, so it means like this.
Yeah.
It's out on the cooling tray, Jane, and it's got greaseproof paper on it. Now you're wondering why we're putting more greaseproof paper on. It may well become apparent. There's that bit off.
Right, so what we've got to do, Billy, is roll up the dry greaseproof, but we've got to make a line with the knife across the end, just so it'll give it a chance to roll properly. We've got a sharp knife.
Yep. Give me some room, please, Jane.
Don't do it all the way through, okay?
Okay.
That should help it to roll. Right?
Oh! When Jane said don't do it all the way through, I should have listened.
Right, you're going to be rolling it from that end, Billy.
Right, now this is the tricky bit. I think I'll have to put the paper this way. And I'm rolling it. Now you might be wondering why I'm rolling it. Oh. Well, there's the first bit that's went wrong. When Jane said don't cut it right the way through, I should have listened and not cut it right the way through.
Right, get it rolled up, Billy, and then we've got to leave it to cool.
I'm wondering if I should be using the greaseproof paper on the other side, Jane.
Yeah,
On the underneath.
Both sides in.
Right, now I'm rolling.
At least it's rolling, Billy.
It is rolling.
Oh, it's cracked a bit. Maybe it was overcooked a bit. But as
Now,
long as it tastes good.
It's a bit cracked, but don't worry about that.
Right, we'll leave it to cool, Billy.
Okay. Now we get to the filling. Now, I know it's the middle of winter, but we've managed to get some strawberries in Morrison's, and we're going to cut them thin. Quite thin. See how thin I'm getting them? Well, if you can get them even thinner, that would be better, but that's how thin I'm cutting them. We're just going to use 3 strawberries. If I wonder if maybe 2 would be enough, but we'll cut 3. And if we don't need them, we can eat them. Because remember, you have to try and eat 5 portions of fruit and veg a day. There we go, that's the strawberries. Now the other ingredient, if you remember back to the buster, is meringue. We're not making our own meringue, we're using ones we got out of Morrison's. But remember, other stores are available. Oh, this one's quite squidgy. Break it into little pieces in the cup. It's maybe not the best looking Swiss roll you've ever seen. Maybe not. But we're going to plough on anyway. Right, now it said that after it cools you can unfurl it. Now let's try and unfurl this thing. Oh, it's unfurling.
It looks better on that side, Billy.
It does look better on this side. I wonder, could we turn it round?
It might. Do you think it would roll on the other side? I don't know, Billy.
Right, we're turning it round. We're going the other way. Oh.
Well, you put the stuff in first, Billy.
Right, aye. Maybe it won't. Maybe that was a wrong thing to do. Right, we're going with the filling. I'm going to put some cream on here. Now the queen, the queen, not the queen. The cream is quite thick. How I'm going to do this without destroying the thing, I don't know, but we'll try. Oh, it's spreading quite nicely. Oh, now remember mine is a bit fragile, so I'm having to be careful that it's not going to fall to pieces.
We can just hope the cream holds it together like polyfiller, Billy.
Yep. There we go, Jane.
Right, I think we're ready for yours.
Now we put some strawberries in. Now we don't really want to put too many in because this is going to be a hard thing to roll up, I have a feeling. I think the problem is going to come with the rolling. Oh, let's just put it all in. Right, now the next bit, the meringue. Am I right? No. Am I right? Or a meringue? There we go, the meringue's in.
A bit Billy, the rolling.
Now, this is going to be very tricky. Now, we've rolled it before, so we know that this thing does roll.
Oh, it's rolling. That's a good sign. We need a plate to put it on, Billy. I'll get a plate.
Okay, now we've got it in a plate now, and it's actually looking not too bad.
And it didn't roll.
It's kind of like a log, and it's rolled. Now we're going to cover it with chocolate icing. Now, I hope we're going to cover it.
Just put a wee bit on in different places, Billy. Okay?
Right, Jane says that as if that's an easy thing to do. But believe me, it's not that easy. Let's try using the knife and the spoon.
At least it does look like a log.
It does. It looks like a log that's maybe been hit by lightning.
It's spreading.
Now, as you can see, it's turned out like a Christmas log. Now, just to make it look like a bit of snow on the log, we're going to use a little bit of icing sugar. And now, to finish it off, a little bit of holly. This bit's plastic. You can find this probably in Morrison's, maybe in Lidl's, but other shops are available.
Well done, Billy. That looks very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Billy's Buster Yuletime Log.
That was rather tasty, Billy. I did enjoy
So
it.
even if you think things aren't going to turn out well, they can still taste lovely.
Must be the magic of Christmas, Billy.
Now, it's time for the Christmas sing-along.
What do we sing today?
Merry Christmas, everybody. Are you hanging up a stocking on your wall? It's the time that every Santa has a ball. Does he ride a red-nosed reindeer? Does he turn up on his sleigh? Do the fairies keep him sober for a day? So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just begun. Are you waiting for the family to arrive? Are you sure you got the room to spare inside? Does your granny always tell you that the old songs are the best? That she's up and rock and rolling with the rest. So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just begun. What will your daddy do when he sees your mama kissing Santa Claus? Are you hanging up a stocking on your wall? ride on down the hillside in a buggy you have made. When you land upon your head, then you've been slayed. So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just begun. So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun. Look to the future now, it's only just begun. We hope you enjoyed singing along with that. Did you enjoy it, Jane?
I did.
That's good. Now, I hope you're all well. Bye-bye.
Bye.